Welcome everyone to the Patty on Purpose show. Today we are going to dive in to what I call your 90-day cash infusion blueprint. And I'm going to take you step by step through an awesome way for you to get clear about a goal and go after it and reach it in 90 days. And this goal is a cash goal. What I want to cover today is 5 steps to be successful in a 90-day commitment to cash infusion and to reaching a big revenue. And before we jump into those, I encourage you to set a revenue goal that's bigger than the one you've made previously. So I wanted to stretch you and scare you just a little bit, but not so big that you feel like, well, that's not going to happen, because then you won't believe it. So you have to believe it, but we want to stretch you and have you do some things that maybe you wouldn't normally do, because all growth takes place outside of your comfort zone. All right, so think of a goal if you're doing this with me or if you're watching the recording. And also if you're watching or listening on the recording, say hi in the comments below. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know how this lands with you. Anything I can do to support you, I'm here to help. So I'm happy to get your feedback and look forward to commenting on it, whether it's live or during the replay. So step number 1, the very first step is to understand your value. And this is an important step because all the other steps depend on it. It can be difficult sometimes to see your greatest value, to know what your strengths are. And so sometimes we jump into things without really recognizing our true genius. So ask your friends, think about people who come to you with questions or ask you for help. What are they seeking from you? What do they come to you for? That's a good way to find out. So in understanding your value, the first thing, once you've talked to your friends, the first thing we want to look at is, what is your expertise? What are you brilliant at? And what are you passionate about? Because you can be brilliant at something but not really have a passion for it. So make sure that those two are combined. What are you passionate about and what are you really good at? What is your genius? Then once you know your expertise, you want to know your why. This is the deeper meaning underneath it. What do you stand for? What are you passionate about around the work that you do? Asking yourself these questions will show you what your market value is, and it will really help you to stand out. So think about, what do you want for the world? What do you want for your clients? Why, of all the things that you are doing in business or to make money, did you choose this one? Know your why. This is going to lead to brand awareness and help you with your marketing. Then third, once you know your expertise and you know your why, now we have to establish your expertise. And you do that by creating awesome content that shows off your gold, and it gives your potential clients a ton of value. You'll want people to get to know you because of your deeper why, and you want to show it, and you want to show them your value. And this combination will create connection with your audience like no other. All right, so that's the first step. Know your value, understand your value. The second step is to create your offer. Now that you know your value, you know what you're passionate about, you're ready to establish your expertise, you're going to choose one offer, just one, that you can sell for the next 90 days. I know, but I want to do retreats and groups and events and workshops and, online programs. I get it. I've lived it. Choose one offer just for 3 months, okay? And we're going to sell it for 90 days. And you're also going to make sure it's a long-term offer, no one-off sessions. So it's not like, okay, I'm going to sell my coaching services and I'm going to do hourly sessions for $100 an hour, and I'm going to sell just that. You will be marketing more than you're delivering your services, and that's not really fun. Marketing's really fun, but let's make it not only fun, but effective for your clients. Because think about it, how big are the results and how lasting are the results that someone gets from one session? Now, I know you're brilliant and you're really good at what you do, and they're probably phenomenal. I have some sessions that I think are mind-blowing as well. But then your client goes away from you and goes back and starts, mulling over what happened or trying to implement it, and they just lose steam. They need the commitment of a longer term with you so that they get real and lasting solutions. So I want your offer to be something that you can put together for a longer amount of time. You're going to feel awesome offering it because you're going to have the right amount of time to really make that change for your client. So choose an offer that gets lasting results for your client. So the way we're going to go through this, the first step is to ask yourself, how long will your program last? I like to think in terms of 3-month increments. I offer 6-month and year-long programs in my business. I sometimes do 30-day entry-level programs as well. But for this 90-day challenge that you're saying yes to, choose something with a 3, 6, or 12-month increment. And then, in addition to providing ongoing support for your clients, your leads are going to get better results. So what do I mean by that? When you choose a longer term program, people will think about it before they say yes. They'll look at you. The people who come to you through your marketing are going to keep an eye on you. If you have some higher ticket items, they're not just going to be little one-offs, and you're not going to be churning and burning your leads as well. So you're going to build an audience of people who really want what you have. And when they're ready to say yes, they'll step up and they'll commit longer term, and usually at a higher investment than when we're doing shorter term one-off types of offers. So how long will your program last? Write that down. Once you've decided, the second step is to create a system. So what steps will you take your clients through? Now, a lot of people who are coaches will say, well, I don't know, I meet them where they are, I help them with what they're facing, and we coach through it, and that's fine. However, there's a system that you have that you are following. You just might not know it. So when I ask people this, sometimes they scratch their head for a minute and say, I don't really have a system, Patty. It's really organic and I customize. And then I say, well, what's the very first thing you do? And I'd say probably 95% of the people say, well, I do an assessment of some sort, right? Whether it's a formal assessment or just a question and answering conversation to assess where the person is and where they want to go. So then I'll say, okay, once you've got the assessment, what's the next thing you do? And those people say, we create a plan. Are you starting to see that there is a system in here? It's just sort of an innate one that you haven't really tuned into. So sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and just on one page, write out, what is your system? What do you take people through? And, just usually like 5 to 8 steps. And it doesn't matter. This does not correlate with the term of your program. So you could do this in a 1-day workshop, although you're not selling that during your first 90-day session here, but you could. And there's some amazing benefits to doing this, because you do have then a workshop, you have a talk, you have a mastermind program. You can use these steps and the information you get in going through this process to really grow out your business. But for today, think of 5 to 8 steps that you take people through. All right. And you really want to have a process that makes sense to them so they know what they can expect. So on your paper, you're going to write down each step, and this is step 3. Give each step a name. So write down each step and then name it. So you might define it differently than you're going to want to talk to your clients about it. So let's say, it's some sort of assessment that you do. Give it a name, give it your own name, or if it's trademarked or branded by somebody else, use that name. And then you want to give each step a benefit. So you write down the step. I'll share my first step with you as an example. You write down the step. My first step is, I used to call it a foundation session. But the truth of the matter is it helped people understand how they could make money. So I named it the money spot assessment. And then I gave it a benefit. Well, it's the place where purpose and passion become revenue streams. So you've got 3 columns on your paper. You've got what it is, my foundation session, the name, the money spot, and the benefit to help you get, revenue from your purpose and passion. So write that down for you and do that for each of your 5 to 8 steps. This is an amazing process because at the end of this little exercise, in column 1, you're going to have a guide for what you deliver. In column 2, you're going to have the name of your signature system, all the steps of it. And in column 3, you're going to have your marketing language. So if you want to put up a sales page or you're talking to somebody, they want to know the benefits. So invest a few minutes to write down your system. It will pay off well, this little exercise in step 3. Step 4 is to then look at all of it and give your offer a benefit-rich name. So you want to know the steps to get your clients the result that they're looking for, and give your program a name that speaks to that result. All right, so one of my programs, it's a 90-day program. That's how I know how to do this, is what I teach. It's called Unleash Your Revenue. So that's the name. It's got all the steps, and I'm going through them with you now. So I'm modeling what I'm teaching so that you guys can learn as well and put this in place in your business. All right, so that is step 2, create your offer. How long will your program last? Create a system, give each step a name, and give your system a name or your program a name. All right, if you have questions, you can type them in. I'm happy to answer. Step number 3 is to get clear about your numbers. Now that you've done the work of putting your offer together, you want to let your prospective clients know about your awesome work, right? So first, you want to set yourself a nice 90-day revenue goal, which we talked about at the beginning. And, clarity tells your mind what to look for exactly. So be specific. And as I said, choose a goal that's a stretch for you, but it does not feel impossible. And then commit 100% to this goal for the next 90 days. No waffling, no changing your mind. I'm getting a cold. I better reduce my goal. Or the other way around. Hey, I'm feeling really good. I'm going to double it, right? Stick to your goal. And then once you've got your goal, it's time for you to make your action plan. So the first part of making your action plan is, what is the price of your offer? All right, so you've got your nice little bundled up package together. And what is the price of your offer? There's really no right or wrong way to set your price for that. Ask yourself what feels right to you. What is the value of the results that you provide to your client? What price do you feel is great about receiving, and that you would feel is a good value to your clients? So look inside. You don't need to go shopping around and seeing what Susie and John charge. Just forget about all that and look inside. It doesn't matter what they charge. They're not you. And their clients are getting a completely different experience than the one that they're receiving from you. So set your price. And I like to set a pay in full price and then a monthly payment price. And it costs a little bit more for the monthly payments because we have to handle the financing. So you can actually have two prices. So think about that. And then once you've got your price, step 2 is how many clients will you need in the next 3 months to reach your revenue goal? See how easy that is? Now that you have your revenue goal and your pricing, how many clients will you need? Hang on, guys, I just lost my earbud. Oh gosh, it's completely under my desk. Do some work over there. Oh my goodness. All right, here I am. Where were we? All right, so now that you have your revenue goal and your pricing, how many clients will you need to reach your goal? So with longer term programs, you need less clients, right? So think about that. A lot of times people think, oh my gosh, I probably need 30 or I need 100. But if you put people into a 6-month program and you're charging, let's just say $1,000 a month, well, that's, for 3 months. If you're putting them in so I'm gonna kind of clarify here. You're putting people into a 6-month program, but we're looking at a 90-day revenue goal, okay? And you can count all of that if you want. There's a couple of ways you can track it. We're going to talk about tracking at the end. You could say, okay, I sold a $6,000 package and they paid in full, so I'm going to count that as revenue. That's what I do in my program. That's cash. That's money that you sold and made, and they've made the first payment on. Other times, oh, you know what? We've got some background noise. If you're listening live, can you mute yourself? Hold on, let me help. There we go. All right. Or you could say, all right, I sold a 6-month package and the first 3 months, I'll collect $3,000, and you can track that way. It's totally up to you. The important thing is that you know your numbers and that you know how you're tracking and what your goal is. Okay, so these longer term packages, think about this. If you sell, let's say, for numbers sake, let's say you're selling 3-month programs, so it fits in with what we're talking about, and it's $3,000 or $1,200 a month. All right, and your revenue goal is, I don't know, maybe, what's a good number for 3 months so that I can do the math? 2,100, and your program is $1,000 a month. That's easy to follow. You need 7 clients. You need 7 clients. And if you put them into a 6-month program and they continue on for 6 months, you still just need those 7. And they, usually about 20% will renew. Even if nobody renews, that's only 14 clients for the whole year. That's my point. These longer term programs, you don't have to market as much. You get better results with your clients. And you know exactly how many people you need to speak to in order to get clients when you know your numbers. We're going to talk about that. So the third step is double the number of clients you want in order to reach your revenue goal. So let's say that you want 7 clients for the 90 days, and you just times it by 2, that's 14. And this represents the number of people you'll want to invite to a sales conversation. On average, we start out at about a 50% closing rate. We can track that and get better at it as we go, but that's a nice, safe number to use so that you know how many sales conversations you need to book. When you invite qualified leads to your offer, you're going to close at least half of the people you speak with, right? So now we know exactly how many sales conversations we need, exactly how many clients we need, and all of a sudden our goal is getting really clear rather than I need to make some money and get some clients. Do you see that? So step number 3, get clear about your numbers. What is the price of your offer? How many clients do you need in the next 12 months, or in this example, 3 months for 90 days to reach your revenue goal? I would do both, 12 months and then just divide it by 4. And then double the number of clients you want in order to reach it. All right. Step number 4, share your value. Nothing will help you stand out and attract clients more than understanding and sharing your value. Whether it's a passion for health, adventure, travel, raising your family, whatever you're doing, your customers want to know you and believe that you can help them with their problem. So share your value and also share what you're passionate about. When you share your value and your desire for them, remember your deeper why. When you talk about your deeper why, you're sharing your value, they're getting to know your passion and a little bit about you. They're going to hear you and you'll make a lasting connection with them. So this is really the first step in building a long-term relationship. And then from there, you're on your way to creating an engaged audience. And so in this step, share your value. The first thing we want to do is deliver awesome value. You want your potential client to know your talent. So people will sometimes ask me, well, how much should I give away for free? How much, I want to hold back some of that. I say just share whatever you've got. It works for me. It works for my peers who do it. I'll give value wherever I can. It doesn't mean that I'm going to sign up clients for free to work long term, but any of my golden nuggets are available to my audience at any time. If they ask, or if somebody suggests a training or asks questions, I love to answer the questions that I get, and that's how I create my content. So that's where you really show people what you can do for them. Step 2 is be a solution. Offer lots of solutions for free that will inspire your customers and get them into action, and they will remember you for it. Step 3, your message should meet your clients where they are. So speak to them about the problem as they see it, not your solution. They might not know what they need just yet. So talk to them about the problem they have and help them just take one step towards solving it. When we talk about our solution or we get too far out in front of them, they don't know that you're a fit for them because they don't identify with it. So make sure you meet them where they are and give them one golden nugget to help them move forward. Okay, so share your value, deliver awesome value, be a solution, and meet your clients where they are. Step 5. This is our last step. I know this is a lot, guys, but you can slow it down. And I mean, you can go back and listen to this and map out your plan yourself. So stay with me here. Step 5, take action every single day. Get in front of your prospective clients every day. Use social media, choose 2 to 3 platforms, and commit to being seen there every single day. You can do this. Facebook Live is a great way to share your business. You can go live every week for 90 days at the same time each week, so you start to build some momentum. You can cross-purpose your content when you do this stuff, but your audience will grow, and it can be scary at first, but just do it anyway. That's my answer to you. Do it anyway. You have value to share, and people are looking for your solutions, so get out there and be seen. Consistency is so important. Out of sight means out of mind. So take daily action, and here are my steps for you on that. Step number 1, find 2 to 3 Facebook groups where your ideal clients gather and give supportive answers to their questions in the group. No pitching, you just go in and help. Comment on 3 posts a day in 2 to 3 groups. Either give a resource. If you have a solution, give that. Just lead with value. And also just cheerlead for people. Sometimes people just want somebody to celebrate with. They've had a big win. But go in there and just share every day. Post on your business page every day. Again, share value. Let people see what you're great at. Offer something for free for them and invite people to opt in, because the bigger your audience grows, the more money you will make. So you need to be looking at list building. Just create one opt-in and start sharing it on Facebook, put it on your website. and start growing your audience. Step number 4, reach out to people individually and just connect with them. A conversation can lead to referrals, to promotional partners, and to sales. So get out from behind your computer and connect with people each and every day. Now, some of this is on the computer. Talk to new friends that you meet on Facebook. So when somebody friend requests me, I always message them, ask them how they saw me, or what do we have in common, start a conversation. Attend local community and networking events. This is where you get out from behind the computer. Get out and talk to people about what you do. Talk to people. I mentioned the groups, but you could also individually talk to people. But don't lead with a sales conversation. Just reach out and say, hey, it's great to see you in this group. What do you like about it? Or I saw your comment, I totally agree. I mean, just be a real person like you would, like you would with anybody in your community. And then finally, as a wrap up, track your numbers every single day. Focus on one offer and stay consistent. Do the work every day. Write down what money you made each and every day. Start looking for it, and more will come in. Clarity and focus for 90 days will bring you results. So get clear, focus, and most importantly, have fun. All right, guys, I'm going to check for questions, and then we're going to head over to Zoom for my clients and answer any questions they have there. So hold on just a minute here while I check Facebook. Hi, Lise. Is it Lise? Am I saying it right? I don't like mispronouncing names. Tell me if I said that right, please. Now I'm being commanding. Tell me if I said that right. It's good to see you here. Hi, Nula. You're very welcome. Judy, hi. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, awesome. Susie's here. Hi, Monica. Good to see you guys. Any questions? Now's a great time to pop them in. And if not, I'll head over to Zoom and answer questions for my clients. Thank you for being here. I will be back next Tuesday at noon every single week, Patty on Purpose. We're going to dive into some personal development stuff and all kinds of good things. All things lifestyle, marketing, a little bit of health, all things about being an entrepreneur, really, and creating a life by design, a life that you love. So each week, Tuesdays at noon, I'll be here. I don't see any questions here, so I'm going to wrap up. Let me just refresh this, though. Sometimes they come in late, and I feel really bad when I stop the video and then I see questions later. All right, no, I think we're good. Okay. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. If you're in the replay, type replay. I'm happy to, I always come back and answer questions later, and I just love to see that you're here, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.